Okay, welcome to Columbus Catholic High School. We have bonus coverage tonight. Going to do a little of the JV game. For those of you that perhaps have members of both these teams playing, here's an opportunity for you to see them play if you're not able to make it out tonight to Columbus Catholic. We have 5:19 left in the first half. We have Columbus Catholic 25, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 10. Columbus in their traditional three-quarter trap. Something we see a lot of when you play Columbus. Peterson with the ball. Off of Columbus Catholic, Owen-Withee ball. Score is 25, Columbus Catholic, Owen-Withee 10, 4:44 left in the first half. Sub for Owen-Withee. Number 4 coming in, Nick Dambeck for Owen-Withee. Off Maher, out of bounds, Owen-Withee ball. Peterson to inbound. Out the white check. Starting from the wing. Over to Peterson. Peterson down low. Off of Columbus Catholic. Good ball movement by Owen-Withee. We'll check with a shot. Close range, just came up a little short. Oh, in and out. In and out for Pershala. Wenzel down the frame. Running out. Over to Pankratz, over to Maher. Maher taking a look. To the basket, jump stop. We're going to have a foul on Owen-Withee. Foul is going to be on number 20, Colton Pershala. That'll be Owen-Withee's second team foul. Rocco Maher going to the line to shoot 2. First one off the mark. Substitute for Columbus Catholic. We have Davis Vindage coming in for Daxton Wenzel. Rocco Maher, second free throw attempt. Off the heel. Davis Vindage, though, with offensive rebound, and another one back up and in. Great job by Davis. Seems to be always around the ball anytime it's near the basket. Does a good job keeping the ball above his head and putting it back up. A lot of times those big guys have a tendency to bring the ball down to the little guys, and they get it from them. So good job by Davis. Here Owen-Withee struggling a little bit getting the ball up the court. They did break it, though. Owen-Withee taking the ball out underneath. Will check inbounding. Dahlman was looking for Danbeck. Danbeck was going in the screen out of bounds. Columbus ball. Frayne bringing the ball up for Columbus into Maher. Frayne over to Osterman. Osterman back to Frayne. Over to Pankratz. Caleb inside to Maher. Out of bounds. Columbus Catholic ball. Pankratz inbound. Down to Maher, down low, off the glass. Goes down hard, but there is Vindage again. Couple offensive rebounds. Pankratz on the ground. Good hustle. Columbus Catholic Coach Mandel takes a full timeout. Columbus Catholic 27, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 10, 3:07 left in the first half. Yeah, like I said when we started here, you know, bonus coverage tonight. Was asked if we could come and donate a little bit of our time for the JV game, and Bella and I were more than happy to do so. It's always nice to see these kids get a little exposure on Selesky Sports. Jason and his crew does an amazing job allowing people that can't make games to have the opportunity to watch. And in my opinion, high school sports is some of the best sporting events you can watch. So let's see what Coach Mandel has drawn up here. Out of bounds play coming up for Columbus Catholic underneath the basket baseline. On the court we have Wheeler, Frayne, Pankratz, Vindage, and Wenzel. Let's see who Coach John Weiler counters with. We got Dahlman, Wilczek, Danbeck, Peterson, and then we have Tristan Wycheck. Here's the inbound. Little confusion with Wenzel and Pankratz. Results in a turnover, but Peterson gives the ball right back with the travel. Caught the ball and turned around, and Frayne was in front of him, and he shuffled his feet. Back to Columbus Catholic. 3:03 left in the first half. Wheeler over to Frayne. Frayne looking down low for Pankratz, out back to Wheeler. Wheeler to Wenzel. Wenzel skipped past to Frayne. A little short, but there's Vindage again with another offensive rebound. I mean, I don't keep track of offensive rebounds all that much in a JV game, but I'm going to tell you what, if I was, you know, Vindage probably has close to double digits already. So Danbeck goes hard to the basket. Wenzel sticks in his hand. Unfortunately, got him a bit on the arm, so he'll be going to the free throw line to shoot two. Nick Danbeck, sophomore, 6'1". First attempt. Good. Second attempt for Danbeck. Off the glass. Don't think he called it, but you know what? That's why it's there. If you got it on and you hit it, it's going to go in. Owen-Withee Blackhawks 12, Columbus Catholic 27. Columbus back on offense. Frayne to Wheeler. Wheeler out losing the handle. Gained control over. Well, tried to make a pass to Wenzel. Was deflected. Deflected by Pershala. I mean, one thing I've noticed a lot is not sure why more kids aren't using the bounce pass. You know, the bounce pass is a much more difficult pass to steal. You know, you do a chest pass, typically, you know, hands are in the passing lanes. Back to action, here's Osterman. Osterman over to Wenzel. Wenzel from way deep, a little short. But Frayne hustling for the ball. Skip pass. Maher over to Osterman, back to Wenzel. Wenzel for three. Got it. That there, folks, was just good ball movement. You know, I've said it time and time again. You make the extra pass, you're going to get a wide open look. And Columbus certainly did that on that possession. Wilczek with a nice offensive rebound, went up strong. But Maher got a little body on him, so Wilczek will be going to the line to shoot two. It's 2 team fouls on Columbus Catholic, 2 on Owen-Withee. First attempt by Wilczek. It's good. Second attempt. Good. Nothing but net for Wilczek. Owen-Withee Blackhawks 14, Columbus Catholic 30. Here comes Wenzel down the court, starting from the mid. Over to Wheeler. Wheeler over to Maher at the free throw line. Maher working. Over to Wheeler. Wheeler taking a look. Lob pass over to Maher, back to Wheeler. Wheeler driving to the basket, kick to Wenzel on the baseline. Wenzel off the back end. Here comes Owen-Withee the other way. Wilczek is getting trapped by Wheeler and Frayne. It's getting close to a 5-second count. Five-second count. Columbus Catholic back the other way. Wenzel starting from the point, looking for someone. Over to Maher, over to Wheeler. Wheeler baseline. Going to get him for a travel. Yeah, Wheeler caught the ball and he took that little stutter step and then he went to the basket and the ref saw it. So he did it pretty quick, but give the ref some credit. He has good eyes on that one. So here's Owen-Withee breaking the traditional three-quarter court, full court press. Wenzel with the steal. Over to Wheeler. Wheeler's going to try a three. You hear me? So you're listening to me? I haven't asked yet. I want to though. I want to do this all the time. I love this. I mean, I actually think I'm. Did you listen? When I did it? Yeah, so that's how this all started. Jason texted me that day of the and I did their JV game. You know, it's just one of those things when you're around sports so much as I've been. I love it so much. I think it's cool, and I enjoy it. And the thing is too, I like. I know. Right. Yes. Right. Okay, welcome back to Columbus Catholic High School. Again, bonus action, JV. Score starting the second half with Columbus Catholic 35, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 16. Owen-Withee inbounding the ball. Yeager with the ball. Yeager driving, kick out to Dahlman. Dahlman back to Yeager, but Roe Wheeler gets his hand in there and gets a steal. Wenzel brings the ball up court. Up to Rocco Maher. Maher with a three off the back iron. Rebound goes to Pershala. Pershala working from the wing to the top to Dan Beck. Wenzel got a hand on it, but Wilczek gets it back. Pershala from the wing just misses. Wilczek off the glass, just missed. Vindage in there. We're going to get a foul. Foul on Columbus Catholic Davis Vindage. It's one of those hustle fouls we talk about as a coach. One thing you want out of your players is the hustle, and Davis certainly does that for Columbus Catholic. He's always around the ball, and if he has a chance, he's going to get to it. There's Wilczek driving baseline on Maher. Wenzel tried to do the old trick and throw it off the guy out of bounds and was off his mark a bit. Pretty smart play, though. Must learn that from his mom. Wilczek to inbound for Owen-Withee. Out to Dahlman. Dahlman to Yeager. Yeager to Pershala. Pershala driving baseline on Maher. Maher cuts him off, back to Yeager. Yeager working on Osterman. He's looking for Wilczek down low, guarded by Vindage. To the hole, Wilczek goes. Maher gets in there, though, to get his hand on the ball. Back to Owen-Withee. Yeager with a nice spin move. Half hook, off the heel. Great move by Yeager. But offensive rebound by Dahlman, and he goes to the basket and gets fouled. He'll be going to the line to shoot 2. Be second team foul for Columbus Catholic second half. And that one happens to be on Davis Vindage, his second. Dahlman to the line, shooting 2. First one. Tad off, not bad. Dahlman, the second attempt. Back iron, Maher with the rebound. Maher bringing the ball up for Columbus Catholic. Owen-Withee in kind of an extended 2-3 zone. Maher to the basket, kick to Wheeler. I think he's going to get him for a travel, and he did. Yeah, it took a little extra step once he did the little jump stop, but, you know, he's going hard to the basket. Can't blame him for that. Sometimes those things happen. Here's Owen-Withee trying to break that traditional, like, 3-quarter press by Owen-Withee. Nice pass down the Wilczek. But they're going to get a foul on, I believe, Davis Vindage, which is his third foul in less than 2 minutes. Again, Davis is going to give you 110%. He's definitely not going to leave anything in his tank after this game. Wilczek's first attempt is good. Number 2 coming. Number 2 is good. Owen-Withee Blackhawks 18, Columbus Catholic 35. 14:08 left in the game. Wheeler in the Maher. Wheeler over to Osterman. Osterman teeing up a 3. Little deep on that one. Wilczek over to Yeager. There's Maher running in, and there is that trick they do when a guy is like going out of bounds with the ball, throw it off somebody, and Maher did that, and it'll be Columbus Catholic ball going the other way. Here Wenzel bringing the ball up the court. Again, Owen-Withee in an extended 2-3 zone over to Osterman. He's going to try one from deep, and he gets it. Roman was ready to catch and shoot, and that's exactly what he did, and he nailed it. Here's Owen-Withee over to Yeager. Breaking the press, going down the sideline. That's in the coffin corner. Here's Wilczek looking over, going to Pershala. Pershala back to Wilczek. Wilczek goes hard to the basket. Tries to make a bounce pass there. He's seen Dahlman going baseline, but Dahlman decided to stop. If he would have taken that one more step, I think he would have caught that and been able to go up. So good thinking by Wilczek. It just, you know, it happens. Wenzel over to Osterman, same spot as last time, back to Wenzel. Wenzel going to try to dial up for a 3, nothing but net. Good ball movement between Osterman and Wenzel there. Here comes Pershala back down, over to Wilczek. Wilczek over to Dambeck. Dambeck skip pass to Pershala, back to Wilczek. Over to Peterson. Peterson tries a 3, little short. But good job by Dima basketball, especially when a team is playing a zone. Back with Owen-Withee, Dahlman going to the basket by Vindage. Vindage has 3 fouls, so he was kind of not really wanting to block that in case to get his fourth. So here's Wheeler bringing the ball up the court. Wheeler's going to get a foul. Rose working hard. Seen Wenzel, thought he could get it to him, and Owen-Withee guy just got his hand in the way. It happens. Pershala from the wing, looking at what to do. Over to Wilczek. Wilczek over to Yeager. Excuse me, that's Peterson. Wilczek to the basket and gets the friendly roll. Owen-Withee Blackhawks 22, Columbus Catholic 44. Wenzel bringing it down to Osterman. Osterman looking back to Wenzel. Wenzel at the point. Wenzel to Osterman. Osterman thought about it. Wheeler on the wing. He's going to try one off the front. Good hustle by Pankratz. Pankratz keeping the ball alive. Maher chasing it down. Maher at the wing. Pankratz in the lane. Out to Osterman. He's going to try one from deep, and he hits it. Good job by Roman Osterman. His hands are ready to catch and shoot, and that's exactly what he did. And Coach John Weiler is going to take a timeout. Anything. I mean, when you put time and effort into something, you get good at it. So we're back to action. Owen-Withee trying to break this press. We got Pershala over to Dahlman. Dahlman back to Pershala. Pershala out to Wilczek. Out to Peterson. Missed Wycheck. Here's Wilczek to the hole again. Pull-up runner for two. 24. Owen-Withee 47, Columbus Catholic. Wheeler over the Wenzel on the baseline. Wenzel dials up for a three. Good pass by Roll Wheeler to find the open guy. Here's Columbus Catholic with their traditional three-quarter trap. Owen-Withee did a great job of breaking that. Ball down to Wycheck. Wycheck, here's Pershala with a steal. Good job by Colton Pershala to just hang around and get there. Here's Wenzel going baseline. Turnover, tried to go over the top. Wilczek got his hand in the way and went the other way, and reverse layup. Owen-Withee Blackhawks 26, Columbus Catholic 49. Here Wheeler's bringing up the ball. Sideline out to Maher. Maher to Pankratz. Pankratz to Osterman. Wenzel's posting up looking for the ball. Here's Wheeler bringing it to the point. Maher looking the ball screen. There's the ball screen. Wheeler use it. Nice slip screen by Pankratz for a layup. Great look by Roll Wheeler to Caleb Pankratz. Owen-Withee back to breaking the press. They've done a really good job this half breaking it. Coach Weiler's done a good job helping the boys do that. Maher with a rebound. Out to Wenzel. Run out. Let him a little too much. Nothing wrong with that. Guy was wide open. He had a guy on him. He tried and just a little ahead of him. Rocco getting down on himself, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Every once in a while, it's going to happen. Here, back to action. Wenzel with a steal. Back, Colin Stock in the game. Stocks tried to save the ball. Unfortunately, went out of bounds. So we got another substitute here for Columbus Catholic. We have David Thill coming in, Roman Osterman. Osterman has hit a couple big threes here second half, dialing up from the baseline. So here Owen-Withee, got Wilczek. He's been real tough in the lane. Here's another one. Yeah, he's making his money here in the lane this half. I mean, he probably has 10 to 12 points in the half, all in the lane. Here goes Maher, hard to the basket, and you're not going to stop that. When he has a full head of steam, he is going to go hard, off the glass, and in. Good job by Rocco. Here's Pershala. Pershala over to Wilczek. Wilczek looking for help. Pershala at mid to the point. Pershala over to Peterson. Peterson looking for some help to Pershala. Pershala over in the coffin corner and got in some trouble off his leg out of bounds. Columbus Catholic ball going the other way. Wenzel inbound. Pershala got a steal last time down here, so he's hanging out. He's looking for another opportunity. Still to Wenzel. Wenzel bringing it up the sideline. Gets a screen from Rocco. Rocco does a nice roll. Thill over to Pankratz. Pankratz with a nice jab step over to Rocco Maher. Over to David Thill. David Thill back to Maher. Maher looking, going to the lane. Over to Pankratz. Pankratz does the old stutter step. Wenzel from deep, and good. Good job by Rocco Maher getting the ball and getting out to Wenzel because he was open there ready for it, and he hit it. Back the other way, Wilczek. Over to Dahlman. Dahlman back to Wilczek. Good ball fake by Wilczek in the lane, little short. Good offensive rebound by Wycheck. Wycheck out to Pershala, over to Peterson. We got 3-second call. I think my fellow refs, I think we call it camping out. And he just was camping out a little bit too long. He was roasting a couple too many marshmallows that trip. Here comes Wenzel for Columbus Catholic from the point. Taking a look at what he has. We got Brock Whelan in the game. Over to Colin Stocks. Stocks over to Wenzel. Wenzel from way down. A little short. Might have been a little farther than he thought, but had an open look. Here's Pershala going the other way over to Dahlman. Good job by Brock Whelan. But there's Pershala with a putback. Owen-Withee Blackhawks 30, Columbus Catholic 56. 7 minutes left in the second half. Wenzel almost with a travel. Over to Pankratz from the corner. Way deep. That's what we call shooter's touch. Here's Pershala going the other way on Wenzel. Good block by Pankratz. Might have to ask Caleb after the game if he planned that shot the way it went in. Back to action. Owen-Withee coming in hard. Brock Whelan got one right to the chops. He's checking to see if his teeth are still in there. He took a shot to the mouth. But he kind of reached in there when the guy dribbled, and the guy kind of got him right there, but he's a tough kid. He'll be fine. Brock's a heck of a football player. He really works hard in the weight room. Wilczek hits the first one of two. You know, Wilczek has had a really good second half here. You know, he's making bank, as we call it, in the lane, and he's really doing a good job and is getting some chances at the charity stripe, and second one is in. I'm not keeping track, but I think he's about 6 for 6, if I'm not mistaken. Colin Stocks back the other way, skip past the Wenzel down low, but Pershala gets his hand in there. Wenzel will inbound for Columbus Catholic. Wenzel looking for someone. Over to Thill. Thill chases it down. Over to Stocks. Stocks taking a look. Oh, back to Thill. Nice running of the court by Thill, but little short. Good job by David. David running the court hard. David's track athlete, so we know he has speed, good soccer player, so he ran the court well on that one, just came up a little short. Wilczek goes up, comes down. Don't know if he has a cramp. I'm going to say probably a cramp. Appears that way. Maybe didn't have enough liquids today. You hear that time and time again. When an athlete has a cramp, it's because they didn't drink enough water. Coach Weiler is going to take him out, give him a break. Here's Caleb Pankratz the other way, out to Colin Stocks. Stocks back to Pankratz. But Pankratz, when he passed the ball, went out of bounds, came back in and didn't have both his feet, folks, both his feet established. And you have to have both established in order to be the first one to catch the ball. And he didn't, out of bounds, Owen-Withee the other way. Yeager over to Pershala, back to Yeager. Yeager to Pershala, breaking that press, nice. To Dahlman, Dahlman going all the way on Vindage. Vindage has those 3 fouls, so he's kind of a little cautious on challenging a bit. Here's Wheeler over to Stocks. Stocks had the lane, decided to make the pass to Thill. Thill over to Vindage for 3, off the heel. I have a feeling the crowd would have erupted if Vindage would have put that in. He's kind of a crowd favorite. He's a guy that doesn't usually shoot threes, but every once in a while they give him a chance, and when he does, everyone kind of goes crazy. It's one of those things you kind of love about high school sports. Wheeler in the passing lane. Off his hand, it's going to go back to Owen-Withee. So Brock Whelan in for Caleb Pankratz. Here we got Yeager at the top, guarded by Wheeler, over to Pershala. Columbus Catholic in a 2-3. Here comes Colin Stocks for help defense. Just happened to got a little bit of the arm. It's all right. Coach teaches help defense, and that's exactly what Colton Stocks did. Unfortunately, he got a little too much of him and got the foul. Here's the inbound by Owen-Withee from the baseline. Kick out to Yeager. Yeager over to Pershala. Pershala over to Peterson. Peterson for 3. It's just a little short, but there's Wycheck. That kid can jump out of the gym. Holy cow. Here's Yeager from 3 on the wing. Just miss. Whelan with a nice rebound. Kick by Pershala. One thing I noticed earlier, I wasn't quite sure what number it was, but now that I've seen Wycheck down here jump out of the gym, I'm pretty sure earlier he did the same thing. That kid has ups. There's Roe Wheeler to the basket hard. Nice block, though, by Dahlman. Brock Whelan from the corner, a little short, but there's Davis Vindage. I said it early in the first half, he gets a lot of offensive rebounds. Great thing about Davis, too, if you notice, and it's something as coaches we try to teach our post players, our taller players, is that when you get that rebound, keep the ball above your head. You bring that ball down, that gives those little guys a chance to get it. Vindage, nothing but net on the first one. Columbus Catholic 60, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 34. Vindage with a second attempt. Good. Owen-Withee going the other way. 3-quarter press here by Columbus. Pershala going to that coffin corner, did a spin move. Unfortunately, there's a Columbus Catholic kid there. Tipped it away. Here's Roe Wheeler going the other way. Nice little crossover, nice spin. Tried to dish it to Thill. Owen-Withee kid got his arm on it. Wheeler working the dribble. Gain control, young man. He did, and we're going to get a kick on Owen-Withee. It'll be Columbus Catholic ball. Colin Stocks inbounding. Colin, heck of a soccer player here at Columbus Catholic. Inbound pass intercepted by Yeager. We're going to get a foul on David Thill. It's one of those hustle fouls. Yeager's going to go to line to shoot the bonus. We got Columbus Catholic with 7 team fouls, and we got Owen-Withee with 1 here in the second half. So Yeager go to the line shooting bonus. 1+1. Yes, folks, he gets that first one, he will get another one. I do a lot of fishing at a younger level, and a lot of times after a made first basket on a bonus, the kids are running out of lane going the other way, and you got to bring them back. It's all about learning, though. But he missed there, so Columbus Catholic coming the other way. Colin Stocks over to Wheeler. Wheeler from way deep, little short, but Brock Whelan with another rebound. Got a little antsy trying to get the ball out. He was getting trapped and unfortunately threw the ball out of bounds. Owen-Withee ball going the other way. Yeager to inbound. Nice to see these Columbus Catholic boys getting some time on the court. You know, they come to practice every single day and work hard just like everybody else. So it's nice that they get an opportunity to play in the game. The other thing, too, that's good about playing in these games, if typically you don't, it gives you a little experience. So that way when you get a year older, you can't say you're new to the game. Yeager over in the corner over to Peterson. Peterson from way deep. Off the back of the iron. Wheeler bringing it the other way at the mid. Nice little crossover by Roe Wheeler. David Thill hesitated just a bit on the shot. Fell a little short. Here's Wilczek coming back the other way. Must have got some liquids in. He's feeling better. Here's Yeager driving to the basket. New kid in the game for Owen-Withee. I got to figure out who this is. Do a little shout out for him. Easton Ruggles. So Easton Ruggles in the game for Owen-Withee. And here I missed who shot that because I was sitting there writing down Easton's name. Columbus Catholic back the other way. Roe Wheeler bringing down sideline, looking for a couple ball screens, both by Whelan and Thill. Thill slips it, goes in, nice pass off the back iron. He gets fouled by Yeager. David Thill going to the line to shoot 2. We're going to have multiple subs here for both teams after this first attempt by David Thill. David Thill's first is nothing but nylon. Yeah, David Thill, he a multi-sport athlete, like a lot of these kids here at Columbus Catholic. It's pretty important at these smaller schools to make sure our athletes are doing more than one sport. I know there's a lot of specialization in today's world with sports, but in my opinion, it's not real healthy for your body just to do one sport. And when you have a small school, it's really important to have those kids out. So back to action. Here's Owen-Withee. Wilczek over to Peterson. Pershala decided to cut. Wilczek for 3, and he hits that. He's been making bank in the lane the whole game, and he decided, I'm going to try a 3, and he hits it. Good ball player, that Wilczek from Owen-Withee. Back to action. Maher over to Osterman. Osterman from the wing, way deep. Good. One thing about Roman is that he has tremendous arc on his shot, so if he gets it where he needs to get it, he has an opportunity to make it, and he did. Wilczek over to Dahlman. Dahlman gets blocked. The run out, Caleb Pankratz run out off the glass and good. Good pass by Osterman to get it to Pankratz. And of course, some things never change. We got the old 6-7 on the board, 67, so we had to see one of the players do the old 6-7. Imagine that. Folks, I'm old school. I don't understand kids these days, but hey, it is what it is. Back in my day, we rolled our pants. Back to action. Here's Wilczek in the lane over to Dahlman. Dahlman over to Peterson. Peterson's going to try a 3. Just a little deep. Thill with a rebound. Tipped over to Pankratz. Pankratz stops his dribble over to Thill. Thill over to Brock. Caleb's going to try from deep. Little off the heel. Nice rebound by Peterson. Peterson coming the other way for Owen-Withee. Ruggles for 3. Oh, off the heel. Good shot. That's one of those good misses. I've always felt like if you hit a shot off the back iron, that is spot on. It's a good shot by Easton there. It's Rocco Maher doing a little dribbling on top. Over to Caleb. Caleb Pankratz driving here. Over to Brock. Over to David Thill. Thill over to Osterman. Yeah, and they're going to probably pass the ball around here with 24 seconds left. No need to take a shot. 67-39. So Coach Mandel's going to do the right thing here and dribble it out. Can tell you in my 35 years of fishing basketball, I've seen other things happen, and in my opinion, it's not necessarily the right thing to do. So kudos to Coach Mandel and Columbus Catholic there for just passing the ball around the last 30 seconds. No need to add to that. So bonus coverage JV, your final score is Columbus Catholic 67, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 39. Stay tuned. Varsity game will be coming up shortly. We do have senior night here, so Columbus Catholic will be honoring their seniors. So kind of a special night for all. So thank you again for listening to Selesky Sports. Welcome, listeners, to Columbus Catholic High School for tonight's Easter Clover Belt matchup between the Owen-Withee Blackhawks and Columbus Catholic Dons. Owen-Withee comes into the game overall record of 12-7, 7-4 in the Eastern Clover Belt. Columbus Catholic, ranked 8th on the Selesky Sports rankings, comes in at 17-4, 11-1 in the Eastern Clover Belt. For those of you that were at the first matchup in Owen-Withee, Eastern Clover Belt is one of those conferences where it's always tough to play in the road no matter what the record is, and that seems to be the norm no matter where you're going. So tonight, Owen-Withee is looking to knock off Columbus Catholic in their home court, which is no easy task. I know last time up in Owen-Withee, it came down to the wire. Winston Paler, senior for Owen-Withee, heck of a ball player, happened to miss a 3 at the buzzer. So Columbus Catholic escaped with a 2-point win. One thing with the coaches for tonight's contest, Coach Joe Kanichke's been at Columbus a long time. He's done a great job with this program, building it up over the years. On the other side, we have Russ Weiler, Owen-Withee. Been a coach in a long, long time as well. Matter of fact, Coach Weiler's been coaching 32 years, with 26 of them being in Owen, but he got his start in Granton. Was in Granton about 6 years, coached a couple quality ball cubs from Granton back in the day. A matter of fact, one player in particular, and you'll recognize the name, Charlie Ramberg's son, Valen Ramberg's a heck of a player for Marshfield Tigers. So Coach Weiler had the opportunity to coach him. He had a couple other really good ball players back in the day for Granton. But Owen-Withee's his hometown, so he came back home. He's done a great job with his program over the years. He's taken them pretty deep in the playoffs. A couple years back, they made it to sectionals, did a heck of a run, but came up short. But one thing you're going to get from the Eastern Clover Belt night in and night out, every game is a tough game, especially those games on the road. So you got to come with your A game when you're the visitors, that's for sure. Sounds good.
We're going to tell all of our viewers about Mitten's Rusted and Busted trade-in sale, which reminds me of a funny story.
Folks, Tim's saying that Mitten's is paying its customers to get rid of their old furniture and buy new.
This January's Rusted and Busted promotion is so huge. Do you think we could make it any bigger?
I don't think so, Tim.
Hey, do you think Jill will let me buy a brand new Lazy Boy power recliner, or should I build one myself?
Well, Tim, the stars are telling me that buying one from Mitten would be a safer decision.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Welcome back to Columbus Catholic. You're listening to Selesky Sports. Big matchup tonight between Owen-Withee and Columbus Catholic. Owen-Withee looking to knock off Columbus Catholic. No easy task on the road, as I had mentioned earlier in the game. So Owen-Withee's previous 5 games, they had a win at Greenwood. Had a tough loss at Neilsville, 86-82. Went into Loyal and gave Loyal everything they could handle. Loyal, again, is tied with Columbus Catholic right now in the conference with 1 loss, but put up a good fight there, lost 56-50. Had a win at Thorpe, another close one, and then a win at Spencer. So Owen-Withee in their last 5, they're 3-2 with a couple close losses. So.
We would ask that you please stand and remove your hats for an opening prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. God our Father, you have created us to strive for the best. Grant to all coaches, athletes, fans, and officials the strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury at arm, and finally we pray for your grace, that you will provide us with the endurance to pursue our heavenly prize, eternal life with you and your Son, in the unity of the Holy Spirit, forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. We would ask that you please remain standing to honor America and those who are defending your freedom. For the singing of our national anthem by our very own Ella Kadoff.
Oh, sing, can you see, like the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great job by that young lady singing our national anthem. Great job. So now, starting lineups. Again, this looks to be a good matchup tonight. Couple coaches that really prepare well for games, prepare their kids for the game. Preston Fritz. Number 14, Colton Pachakowski. 22, Talon Mueller. 34, Winston Paler, senior. Sounds good. Last 5 games presented by Marshville Insurance. Save money on health, home, auto, and more with Marshville Insurance. Start today at marshvilleinsurance.com. Now for Columbus Catholic's starting 5. Columbus Catholic's previous 5 games, they played Marathon a while back, which was a tough non-conference game. Ended up in a loss, but a well-fought game. Next, they had Gilman on February 3rd. Had a win at Gilman. Then they went up against Spencer and did well in that Spencer matchup. Then they had another tough non-conference game playing the Rib Lake Redmen out of the Marewood North. Hard-fought win, 57-52. And then last Thursday night they played at Colby and got a win up at Colby. So 4-1 in their last 5. Starting at guard, senior Matt Konitschke. Another guard, Ray Becker, Jr. Another guard, Jr. Ben Weiland. Senior Caleb Helgeman. Then another junior, Carter Summer, starting 5 for Columbus Catholic tonight. Okay, folks, here we go. Opening jump. We're going to have Winston Paler and Carter Summer with the opening jump here. Good officiating crew here tonight. Couple veterans. Younger one, but he's been around enough and has done a really good job. This crew is a quality crew. Here's the jump. Summer out to Weiland. Weiland bringing it up from the top over to Summer. Summer looking things over, looking for Konitschke. He's not open. Weiland from deep, off to heel. Summers with an offensive rebound though, out to Konitschke, dialing it up, little deep. Hilgeman battling for the ball. Going out of bounds on Hilgeman, Owen-Withee ball. Mueller with the ball. Mueller looking for Pachikowski. Pachikowski over to Mueller. Mueller off his arm, going out of bounds. Columbus Catholic ball. Wheeling in the ball to Ray Becker.
Heinlein or Wheelan? Ben.
Weiland with the ball, guarded by Pachikowski. Pachikowski's real quick, giving Weiland some fits. Off to Konitschke, dials up for 3, good. Nothing but net there for Matt Konitschke. Here's Columbus Catholic and their traditional kind of 3/4, half-court trap defense. Owen-Withee taking their time. We all know, well, most of us know 10 seconds to get across, and they do a good job. Wendler working over in the corner, over to Paler. Paler driving to the basket. Off the heel, rebound by Konitschke. Konitschke coming the other way to Summer. Summer going hard to the basket, kick out to Becker. Becker over to Konitschke, guarded by Pachikowski. Good matchup. Pachikowski's quick. You know, he's a little undersized, but he's pretty quick. There's Mack with a shot off the heel, miss, but there's Ray Becker in the passing lane with the steal. Ben Weiland going in for 2. Good job by Ray Becker getting the passing lane. He does a lot of that. Again, in this 3/4, half-court trap. Owen-Withee does a pretty good job of breaking over to Pachikowski. Over to Fritz. Fritz off short by Wendler with offensive rebound. Looks like they're going to get Columbus Catholic with a foul. It's Ray Becker. This first, Columbus Catholic's first foul. Columbus Catholic 5, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 0. Inbound, Owen-Withee underneath the basket. Mueller, little hard off the glass. Rebound by Becker. Becker out to Konitschke. Konitschke running out, looking for Hilgeman. They're going to get Fritz with a foul, reaching in on Kanichki.
Owen-Withee's number 12. Preston Fritz, his first
Team fouls, one Owen-Withee, one Columbus Catholic. Inbound to Kanichki. Kanichki getting a screen from Summer. Summer rolling the basket. Kick out. Becker to Summer. Summer working on Mueller down low. Yeah, that's a tough matchup for Mueller. Certainly undersized. Carter Summer off the glass for 2. 7-0. Columbus Catholic. Paler to the hole. Nice drive by Paler. We're going to get a foul on Hilgeman. That'll be his first. Columbus Catholic second.
22, Caleb Hilgeman, his first. Team second, go to the line to shoot 2. Winston Paler.
Winston Paler's first attempt short. Winston Paler at the Serpro free throw line. Call Serpro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serpro like it never even happened. Here's with his second attempt. That one he gets. Owen-Withee Blackhawks 1, Columbus Catholic 7. Weiland bringing the back the other way. Summers down the middle, down the lane, kick out to Kanichki, over to Becker. Hits it. Kind of like what I said in the JV game, if you do a good job of making an extra pass, you're going to get an open look, and that certainly was the case there, and Becker put that in. Wendler with the ball. Over to Fritz. Fritz with a nice jump stop. Left it a little long, but he got his own rebound. There's Mueller. Mueller being guarded by Summer. Pachikowski with Kanichki. Down the Paler. Mueller's going to try for 3. Goes Kanichki on the run out. Hilgeman up ahead. Kanichki slows it down, looking for somebody, gets it over to Hilgeman. Hilgeman over in the corner. Here's Ben coming out off a couple double screens. Here's Hilgeman looking, down low, Summers, guarded by Wendler. Set it back up for Columbus Catholic. Here's Carter Summer with Wendler on him. Carter making a move, kick out to Kanichki, extra pass to Weiland, little deep. Wendler with the rebound. Off the glass for Jack Wengler. That gives Owen-Withee 3, Columbus Catholic 10. Wendler with a nice use of the glass. Weiland down the Hilgeman, took one drop, back out to Weiland for 3 on the baseline, held a little short. There's Summers. You know, Summer is going to be a matchup nightmare tonight because he just, 6'7", and Owen-Withee doesn't really have anyone that matches up to him in height-wise. Ray Becker over to Carter Summer. Becker over to Kanichki. Kanichki over to Weiland. Weiland down low to Hilgeman. There's a mismatch. Missed Summer on the cut. Taylor going the other way. He's going to try to hit one from 3. A little short. Pachikowski with a rebound. Over to Fritz. Fritz a little deep. Good fight for the rebound there for Ben Weiland. Summers out. Hilgeman going hard to the lane. Kick out to Ray Becker. Becker to Kanichki. Pachikowski guarding Kanichki tight. Mack takes him to the hole. Pulls up. Over to Hilgeman. Hilgeman to Summers. Summers slips that. Goes in. Just got a little short on the rim. Good take by Carter Summers. No complaints there, I'm sure, from Coach Kanichki. Kind of went hard and just came up a little short. And there's Pachikowski from deep baseline. Little deep. Ray Becker with the rebound. Runs it out. Hilgeman to the basket. Gets caught up with the ball a bit. Summers reaches in there a bit on Mueller and just gets enough of the ball, and Becker secures it. So Columbus Catholic with the ball. Over to Kanichki. Kanichki to Summers. Summer taking a look. Going in the lane on Fritz. Nice spin move off the glass. A little short. Those Owen-Withee guys are a little undersized on Summers, but they're doing a good job getting a little body on him. It's just enough to back him off a bit. Pachikowski with the miss. Summer with a nice rebound. Out to Becker. Becker down to Kanichki in the corner. Kanichki being guarded closely by Pachikowski. He is all over him. Becker back at mid. Over to the wing to Summer. Summer looking for Konitschke. Got him with the pass. Came up a little short on that three. Might have faded back just a bit. Owen-Withee back the other way. Paler looking for someone. Skip past the Fritz. Fritz looking. Gets it to Wendler. Wendler guarded by Hilgeman out top. Pachikowski. Winston Paler for three. Owen-Withee Blackhawks 6, Columbus Catholic 10. Yeah, Owen-Withee, they're sticking around. You know, Columbus started out pretty hot, but last couple times down the court they've gone empty, and Owen-Withee's made them pay with a couple shots. Summers backing in Fritz. Nice bounce pass to Hilgeman on the backside, and he's going to have an N1. Caleb Hilgeman will go into the Serpro free throw line. Call Serpro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serpro like it never even happened. Caleb Hilgeman will be going to line to shoot the N1. Off the heel miss. Summers trying to get it, but Mueller tracks it down. Paler bringing the ball up for Owen-Withee. Columbus Catholic 12, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 6. Clay Mueller's in the game. The younger brother of the two. He's a freshman out there, but does a good job for a freshman. Here's Paler going hard on Summers, but good job by Konitschke and Becker, doubling it up, turnover. Summer guarded by Paler. Summers to Hilgeman, out to Konitschke, wide open three, just missed. Paler with the rebound, Mueller with the run out, over to Mueller, over to Wendler. Wendler off the glass. Wendler gets the loose ball and goes up, and Caleb Hilgeman fortunately hit him there. So, discover Marshfield's wellness destination, Be Well Studio. Experience cutting-edge recovery tools like hydromassage, infrared sauna, red light therapy, PMMF, and more, all designed to help your body and mind feel their best. Each 15 to 30-minute session is just $29 with memberships and packages available. Book your wellness session today at bewell.studio.com. Wendler with his second attempt. Caleb Hilgeman takes a break with 2 fouls. Devlin Timler comes in for Caleb. Second one's missed. Rebound by Carter Summers. Summer bringing it the other way for Columbus Catholic, over to Whelan. Whelan guarded by Mueller. Konitschke guarded by the younger Mueller, but they switch out on the screen. There's Konitschke. Timler gets his hand in there and gets the ball back for Columbus Catholic. Good job by Devlin. Konitschke over to Timler. To the lane. Carter Summers for 3 from the wing, a little deep. Columbus is getting some good looks, but just not hitting them right now. But, you know, you got to keep shooting when you're wide open. Wendler stops his dribble. Good stop by Summers in the lane. Got Sam Wells in for Owen-Withee, guarded by Weiland. Over to Paler. Paler over to Mueller. Mueller's going to try for 3 from the wing. Missed it, but good rebound by Wells there. Just a little hard off the glass. Columbus Catholic going the other way. Ray Becker. Becker over to Summers. Ooh, Summers missed Timler down low. Weiland over to Konitschke. Konitschke over to Summers. Summers to Timler. Timler to Becker. Becker jab step, hoping Mueller's going to take. He didn't. Then Weiland over to Becker. Becker looking for someone. He's double teamed. Nice little roll to the inside over to Konitschke. Konitschke from the top. Driving hard to the basket. Nice take, just a little hard off the glass. Rim seems to be a little tight down on this end for Columbus, but you know what? They're just going to keep going at it. Offensive rebound by Mueller. Took a shot and forgot to box him out, got his own rebound and put it in. Owen-Withee Blackhawks 9, Columbus Catholic 12. Here comes Carter Summers hard to the basket. Looking for a foul, didn't get it. Letting them play. Mueller over to Paler. We're going to get a foul, I believe, on Carter Summer. That'll be his first. Substitute here for Columbus Catholic. Elijah Wolf in for Devlin Timler. Inbound, Paler over to Mueller. Mueller into Pachakowski. Weiland did a good job of getting there and get that steal, so Ben will bring the ball up from the top over to Summer. Summer to Konitschke. Konitschke on Pachakowski, over to Elijah Wolf. Summer curling, over to Weiland. Weiland over to Becker. Elijah given a ball screen. Didn't quite use it. Over to Konitschke. Konitschke to Summer, guarded by Paler. Good matchup there. A couple guys that really work hard and pretty strong. Weiland over to Konitschke. He's going to try it, and he gets it. Nothing but net. Run out here. The younger Mueller misses the wide open layup. He probably felt like, I can't believe how wide open I am. Sometimes that happens. Here's Konitschke the other way and gets another one. Good job by Ray Becker finding Konitschke, who was hanging out down here. Russ Weiler's going to have a timeout here and get the boys together. Hiller's True Value. Hiller's True Value is Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. On the job or in the woods, be ready to fight the winter elements. Check out Hiller's large selection of heated gear to keep you warm whenever you go this winter. Hiller's True Value in Marshfield.
Cobuson Bus is hiring. It's drivers that they need. Cobuson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
Cobuson Buses would like to thank all of our school bus drivers throughout the state of Wisconsin for their safe driving. If you would like to make a difference in your community with a fun and rewarding part-time job, apply at cobuson.com.
Cobuson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
Correct. Okay, welcome back to Columbus Catholic. See what Coach Weiler told his boys in that timeout. Good timeout after Matt Konitschke hit a couple threes there. Back to action. Paler out to Pachakowski. Out to Wells. Wells guarded. Well, Columbus in like a 1-3-1 right now. Got Cade Jansen. He's all over. He's the kid who'll give you 110% when he's out there. Fritz driving to the lane. No man's land. I think they're going to bail him out. They're going to get a blocking foul, I believe, on Columbus Catholic. Not sure who that's going to be on. Foul goes on Elijah Wolf. That's Columbus Catholic team's fifth foul. And Say's going up for two, so we got Preston Fritz shooting two for Owen-Withee. First one short. Schwartz Seamless Roofing. Does your roof need attention? Call Schwartz Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield today. They are your hail damage experts, and they serve all of the central Wisconsin with both residential and commercial roofing. Second one for Fritz is good. Owen-Withee, Blackhawks 10, Columbus Catholic 18 coming the other way. Owen-Withee, a little taste of their own medicine, doing a little three-quarter trap here. Columbus does a pretty good job of breaking the skip past Konitschke. Konitschke over to Summers. Mismatch there. Summers down low. We're going to have fouled by Owen-Withee here, I believe 34, Winston Paler. First foul. Carter Summers going to the Serpro free throw line. Call Serpro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serpro like it never even happened. Express Employment. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. Carter Summers with his second attempt here. Mueller back in the game for Wells. Carter's second attempt. Good. Columbus Catholic 20, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 10. Columbus back in their three-quarter trap press. Owen-Withee did a good job of breaking it. Mueller over in the coffin corner. Over to his brother in the corner as well. Got to get out of there. He does a good job. Gets it to his brother Mueller. Mueller over to Pachikowski, curling down the lane. Nice bounce pass to Fritz. Fritz with a left hand, just missed. Substitutions here. We got Ben Weiland coming in for Kay Jansen. We got Jack Wegler coming in for Winston Paler. Mueller's going to inbound the ball. 1-4 low setup. Mueller looking for someone. Kick out to Pachikowski on top, over to Mueller. Wendler working hard down low on Summers, wanting the ball. Mueller missed him though, but Pachikowski here going hard, quick. Good job by Ben, moving his feet over to Mueller. Mueller over to Wendler. Wendler guarded by Summers. Over to Pachikowski, over to Mueller. Mueller over to Fritz. Fritz going down low, kick out to Mueller. Mueller decides to drive back out to Fritz. Pachikowski for three on the wing. A little short, good rebound by Elijah Wolf. Elijah Wolf on the run out. Kick out to Konitschke. Konitschke for three, good. Good move by Mack. Mack did a little shot fake. The guy went for it. He went the other way and hit it. Here's Owen-Withee breaking that press, doing a good job. Coach Weiler's got to be pretty happy about that. Mueller, a little out of control going to the basket. Ends up being a little short. Here's Carter Summers on the run out. Kicking it to Elijah Wolf in the corner for three. Off back iron. Fritz with the rebound over to Mueller, the freshman. I seen him play last time up in Owen-Withee, and to be honest with you, he didn't really play like a freshman. I was pretty impressed with him. You know, you're going to have your moments with freshmen. That's just how it is, but I think Coach Weiler is willing to take those chances because the kid's a good player, good athlete. Just went hard to the basket there and ended up getting a foul out of that. Stevens Point Orthopedics, proudly providing the Central Wisconsin community with orthopedic, sports medicine, spine, and physical therapy services. Stevens Point Orthopedics, world-class treatment, hometown care. Mueller shooting two, his first attempt, a little deep. Like I said, Clay's a freshman. He does a really good job for a freshman. You know, he makes a freshman mistake every once in a while, but in my opinion, as athletic as he is, if you're Coach Weiler, you'll take those. Here's a second attempt. Good. Winston Paler's coming in for Clay. Good job by Clay. He's going to get a break. He's worked hard here. So Owen-Withee's given Columbus a little bit of their own medicine here. They're in this three-quarter kind of trap defense as well, which Columbus is known for. Try to slow it down a bit. We all know teams like to run, so here's something to slow it down a bit. Columbus did a pretty good job of breaking it. Here's Elijah Wolf from the corner off the heel, but we're going to get a long rebound out to Ben Weiland. Konitschke over to Summers, going hard to the basket, off the glass. It's going to be a little short, but we're going to get a foul, I think, on Jack Wendler. That'll be Jack's first. Owen-Withee's fourth team. Carter Summer going to the Serpro free throw line. First one is good. Sternweiss & Sons Ready Mix and Block Plant of Marshfield, now hiring boom truck and concrete truck drivers. Be home every night and work for the hometown team at Sternweiss & Sons. If it's time for you to make a change, apply today at the Wren Road Ready Mix location, Sternweiss & Sons of Marshfield. Columbus Catholic 24, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 11, Carter Summers with his second attempt. And it's good. Owen-Withee coming the other way, Columbus back in their three-quarter court trap. Over to Wendler, Wendler back to Paler, Paler over to Mueller, Mueller over to Fritz, Fritz driving hard to the basket on Hilgeman, does a really good jump stop, up and in off the glass. Good job by Preston Fritz there. Columbus Catholic back the other way, looking to break it, they do a good job over to Hilgeman, back to Konitschke, Hilgeman giving him a ball screen. Mack did a little thing you don't normally do. He went the opposite way and kind of tricked the defender, and there's Kate Jansen wide open on top of the key, and he hits it. Fritz going the other way. Good block by Hilgeman, standing straight up, and there's Kate Jansen. He's right in there. Pete Jansen has come to play basketball tonight, folks. He is all over the place. Heck of a soccer player for Columbus Catholic. If I'm not mistaken, he's hoping to play at the next level, and I will tell you, I think there's definitely a spot out there for him. Not sure what we got here. Looks like we got a hold on Columbus Catholic. Seems to be Carter Summer, his second, holding Winston Paler. Paler will go to the line. Serpro free throw line. Call Serpro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serpro like it never even happened. Summer is going to get a break with 2 fouls. Coach Kanichki's like 3 minutes left and a half. Don't want to really get his 3rd foul, so. Got Elijah Wolf coming back in the game for Columbus. Winston Paler. It's good. 1 more. Mutual Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. Second attempt by Winston Paler. In and out. Good rebound by Ben Weiland. Weiland bringing it up the other way out to Jansen. Jansen with the pass fake. Stopped his dribble, looking for somebody. Kanichki comes to help him out. Kanichki on top on Mueller. Drives to the basket. Got hit in the eye. Sometimes that happens. Little confusion there. Ball thrown out of bounds. Ben thought Elijah was going to stay put, but decided to cut, and Ben unfortunately threw the ball out of bounds. Special thank you to our game day sponsor, Woodfield Inn and Suites, Brown's Bar, Rem's Funeral Home, and G&D Wood Products. Back to the action. Here's Mueller over to Pachikowski, guarded by Jansen. Jansen, good job by Hilgeman. Hustle. Can't complain about the hustle on that one. Jansen and Hilgeman went flying and did everything you could ask except get the ball. Owen-Withee to inbound. Mueller over to Paler. We're going to get an offensive foul here. I believe it's a moving screen. That goes on number 14, Colton Pachikowski. This will be his first. Owen-Withee Blackhawks, 5 team fouls. Columbus Catholic 7. Columbus Catholic coming the other way. Ben Whelan coming down at half court. Over to Wolf. Wolf guarded by Paler. Looking for Weiland, but guarded by Mueller quite tight. Here's Hilgeman working on Wendler, and here's Wolf going hard to the basket. Almost got his own miss. Good hustle by Paler, but unfortunately, foot's on the line. Columbus Catholic getting another shot at it. Substitution here for Owen-Withee. We got Preston Fritz coming in for Colton Pachikowski. Kanichki to inbound for Columbus Catholic. Out to Ben Weiland. Weiland getting the ball screen by Elijah Wolf. Over to Kanichki. He's going to dial up from deep. A little short. Wolf battling for the rebound, but Paler comes up with it. Mueller coming the other way for Owen-Withee. Up to Paler. Paler driving hard to the basket. Good job by Columbus Catholic, doubling him up, coming hard to the basket. Mueller with an offensive rebound. Thought about it. Jansen, though, got out on him, and Mueller's like, no, can't shoot that one. Younger Mueller looking for Wendler. Wendler can't handle it, kind of low. Wolf over to Jansen. Jansen on Mueller. Over to Wolf. Wolf curl to the basket, nice pull up, just a little short, but there's Hilgeman with the offensive rebound. The younger Mueller gets his hand in there, he's going the other way, he's going to go all the way off the glass and in. Pardon me, folks, he didn't go off the glass, I thought he was based off of where he was, but he still put it in. Kanichki coming the other way, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 16, Columbus Catholic 28. Kanichki over to Wolf. Wolf looking for Hilgeman. Hilgeman posting up, definitely a mismatch down there. Back out to Wolf for 3. Good. Good 2-man basketball there with Wolf and Hilgeman helping each other out until one of them was open and Elijah hit it. Paler for 3. Off the heel, there's a rebound by Kanichki. Kanichki coming the other way. 45 seconds to go in the half. We'll see what Columbus decides to do. Are they going to hold for one or are they going to just look for a good shot? Chances are they get a good shot, they're going to take it. Here's Elijah Wolf on the top, guarded by Paler. Jansen giving the ball screen. And there's that Mueller. Gets his hand in there. Going in hard, and Elijah Wolf gets him with some body. Like I said earlier, folks, he's a freshman, but he does well for a freshman. He plays hard. You can tell he's athletic. Like I said earlier, he occasionally makes a mistake, but I think Coach Weiler's all right with that. His first one's a little short. So the second attempt to be the Serpro free throw line. Call Serpro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serpro like it never even happened. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind roofing, siding, and windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. Missed by Mueller, but Wendler fights for the rebound out to Paler. Paler going hard to the lane, off the glass and in. Good second chance basket there by Owen-Withee. Columbus Catholic coming the other way. Ben Weiland being a little hounded by Winston Paler there. Ends up going out of bounds. Owen-Withee ball. Owen-Withee Blackhawks 18, Columbus Catholic 31 with 10 seconds. Here's Winston Paler guarded by Konitschke, trying to get a screen from Wendler, but falls off. And here's desperation shot at the buzzer. Goes out of bounds. Pardon me, folks. 0.5 seconds left. So it wasn't the buzzer, but it'll be here shortly. Devin Timler's going to inbound the ball. Good baseball player, has a good arm, so I think Coach K was going to put him in there so that he could throw the ball deep. And there it is. Konitschke catches it, loses the handle though. So your halftime score from Columbus Catholic High School, we got Columbus Catholic 31, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 18. You're listening to Celeste Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Founded in 2011, Marshfield Fast Pitch is a competitive, fast-pitch softball club. Players range in age from 7 to 18 years old, and they consist of girls from central Wisconsin and headquartered in Marshfield. Throughout the year, teams compete in tournaments locally, around the state, and nationally. During the winter, practices, lessons, and clinics are held at our indoor facility. Tryout registration is happening now. Go to marshfieldfastpitch.com to get started.
Looking to buy flooring today? Shop R&R Flooring and Furniture. We have more flooring in stock and ready to go than the big box stores. Over 250,000 square feet.
That's right, over 250,000 square feet of luxury vinyl planking carpet in over 150 colors.
R&R guarantees you will find what you're looking for at a price you won't find anywhere else.
Grab your new floor today or schedule an installation.
When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses,
it's easy.
Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Say like it's next week near the end of the week, but he's using my work car and he's only driven it like twice. But I don't. Christ, he drives a Suburban for God's sakes. And my car, well, my car is this brand new RAV4, so I mean it has all the. It has Welcome back to Columbus Catholic High School. Our score at halftime is Columbus Catholic 31, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 18. Columbus got out to an early lead, but Owen-Withee fought back in it. Columbus had a couple empty trips down, and then Owen-Withee made them pay on the other end. So, been a hard-fought game. Pretty physical. The officials are kind of letting them play, which I don't mind seeing. I always tell people, you know, if you think basketball is not a physical sport, you're definitely mistaken. It is a physical sport. So you got to play through the contact, which, you know, both teams are doing a good job here. Like I said, you know, Columbus started out hot. They had a dry spell there for a while, which allowed Owen-Withee to get back into it, but they had a little mini run there, and late in that first half, Matt Konitschke hit a couple of big back-to-back threes that gave him a little space. So we're at 31-18. Good ball game, as I mentioned earlier in the pregame. You know, when you have an Eastern Clover Belt matchup, it's going to be a good matchup no matter what the records are. It's kind of one of those, in my opinion, you know, salt of the earth, farming mentality type of conferences where kids really work hard. And I think we all could agree, you know, when you work hard and you put in some effort, you usually get some good results. It's a good job by both teams. It'll be interesting to see how Owen-Withee comes out and see if Coach Weiler has any adjustments for his boys. My guess is, you know, things in the Columbus locker room are status quo. Coach Konitschke, he's pretty calm, cool, and collected. I'm sure he's just telling the boys, hey, keep working hard, just keep playing, and good things will happen. Bonus action, we had the JV game as bonus action tonight, which was nice to give some of those boys an opportunity to be live streamed so family and friends and people could see, which is always a neat thing. So we're going to go to commercial. You're listening to Selesky Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield. Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Wisconsin shops at Gross Auto Group for 3 big reasons. No hassle pricing, lifetime warranty, massive selection, price to move. Gross Auto Group's no hassle pricing means the price you see is the price you pay. No back and forth, no wasted time. Our lifetime engine warranty means we want your new ride running for as long as you own it. And with 8 brands in 6 stores, Gross Auto has the ride you want at the price you need. 3 reasons, 3 towns. Gross Auto Group in Neelsville, Black River Falls, and Marshfield.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 16 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now. Choose drunken chicken, BLT, Western, mac and cheese, sweet chili chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has broasted chicken, fish sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and Scotty'sPizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
Max power, I'm about to go bigger and better. If I ever lose, set it on faster than ever. If I ever lose, set it on bigger and better. Hitting all the goals that come bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster.
Welcome back to Columbus Catholic. Halftime scores, Columbus Catholic 31, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 18. Thank you to our sponsors, Culligan Water Specialists in all your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. I couldn't agree more. We have a reverse osmosis system at our house for Culligan water, and you know that old adage, that tasteless water, that is indeed what it is. So let's see what we got for adjustments here by Coach Weiler. My guess is they're going to probably try to get the ball in a little more to Wendler down low. I mean, he has tremendous feet for his size. Really good football player. I like to say he's kind of sneaky. He's sneaky quick, but he has great feet. So Columbus Catholic comes out with Ben Weiland, Ray Becker, Matt Konitschke, Carter Summer, and Caleb Hilgeman, the starting five. Owen-Withee counters with Fritz, Mueller, Paler, Wendler, and Pachakowski. There's Fritz, gets his hand in that passing lane. We're going to have a foul on Columbus Catholic. Going to foul on Ben Weiland, his first. Mueller inbounding the ball in front of Owen-Withee's bench. Over to Pachakowski, but he's going to get an over and back call. Yeah, you know, I've been coaching the ref in a long time, and I've always said this. I go, when you are inbounding the ball near that half-court line, you have to be really smart on what you're doing. You see that happen a lot, that over and back call. So here we got Columbus going the other way. Konitschke into Becker. Becker guarded by Fritz. Pachakowski on Weiland. Weiland trying to go over top of Fritz, but Fritz can jump, and here's Pachakowski on the run out. Nice stop, just a little deep, but Paler with the offensive rebound and put back. Here comes Matt Konitschke the other way. Konitschke guarded by Mueller. Konitschke to Becker. Becker guarded by Fritz. Good matchup there. A couple of guys that hustle, a couple guys that can get up off the floor. Fritz, though, reaches in there. Pachakowski trying to reach out behind. Weiland gets it down. Weiland gets it down to Summers. Summers to Hilgeman off the glass for two. Great ball movement there. Pachakowski, Columbus in their traditional three-quarter press here. Paler trying to go over the top of Summer, but Summer's 6'7". He put his arms up. He's, you know, nearly 8 feet, so good job by Carter. Here's Weiland over to Ray Becker from the wing. Little deep. Paler with the rebound. Paler coming the other way, looking for Fritz. Fritz going hard to the basket. He's going to go hard, and unfortunately Becker did a good job there of standing tall. But off Columbus Catholic, ball Owen-Withee Blackhawks coming out underneath baseline. Pachikowski coming across a couple double screens. There's a little inside screen by Wendler to Paler. Paler with a fadeaway. Here's Carter Summers, run out to Konitschke. Konitschke corrals it. Here's Summers, though, running the court. He's going in. Looking for the N1, but little deep. We're going to have a foul on Wendler. I believe that's going to be his second foul. Second on Wendler. Here Carter Summer going to the Serve Pro free throw line. Serve Pro free throw line. Call Serve Pro the #1 choice in cleaning and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened. Summers, second one's good. Columbus Catholic 35, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 20, coming the other way. Mueller over to Wendler. Wendler, front of the Owen-Withee bench, over to Mueller. Mueller looking for Paler. Paler coming in hard. Lays it a little short, but gets his own rebound. Oh, wanted to go off glass, decided not to. Here's Wendler from about 15, a little short. Good rebound by Becker. Out to Summers. Summer bringing it down, looking over to Becker. Becker over to Hilgeman. Hilgeman in the corner. He's going to take a three. Not often, but he just did, and he hit it. Nothing but nylon from Caleb Hilgeman, and Weiler. Coach Weiler's looking for a timeout. Coach Weiler knows the game can't get out of hand, and that big three by Caleb Hilgeman gives Columbus Catholic an 18-point lead, 38-20.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
The last second shot as the buzzer was going off for the win. And in the JV game, the Columbus Dons were victorious 67-39. Leading scorers for Owen-Withee. Isaiah Panchola had 8, and Tegan Trinkler had 19 for the Dons. Bo Wheeler had 7, Rocco Mayer had 8, Roman Osterman 18, and Preston also had 19.
Back to action. Here's Mueller for Owen-Withee, guarded by Becker. Mueller over to Fritz. Fritz down the Paler, guarded by Summer. Nice bounce pass to Wendler. Left it a little short. Ooh, Wendler with a little spin move, missed again. Pachikowski trying to get in there. Summers come up with it. Coach Weiler happy about that after that timeout. They ran that play exactly how he drew it up. Unfortunately, they just came up a little short on the basket there. Weiland with a jab step. Summers in and out. Paler on the run out. Paler looking up Pachikowski in the corner. Pachikowski guarded by Weiland. Pachikowski to Mueller. Mueller over to Wendler. Here comes Paler. Paler at the point. He's going to try one from deep and gets it. Yeah, he's a good shooter. I mean, if you give him a little space, he's going to hit one, and he just did. Columbus Catholic 38, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 23. Here's Konitschke. Konitschke over to Becker, guarded by Fritz. Summers coming off a screen by Hilgeman. Hilgeman was open for a bit. Summers working the lane over to Weiland. Weiland to Konitschke. Konitschke to Summers. Back to Hilgeman, who just hit a three from that spot, so Wendler's on him tight. Here's Konitschke from the wing. A little short, but Hilgeman crashing the boards. Offensive rebound. Ben Weiland, guarded by Fritz. Over to Konitschke, guarded by Pachikowski. Tight, real tight. Pachikowski's quick, a little undersized, but his quickness gets him. And there's a nice backdoor cut by Summer. Comes up a little short on that off the backboard. Great job, though, by Carter Summer. Cutting back door, great find by Konitschke. Just unfortunately, it was a little light on the shot. Mueller back in the game. just found out at halftime talking to an Owen-Withee fan, I thought they were brothers, but they're cousins. So the Mueller cousins. Clay going hard, but was in no man's land, went off the ground, had nowhere to go, and threw the ball, and actually went to Columbus Catholic player. And here's Carter Summers with an offensive rebound going up, and we're going to have a foul on Owen-Withee. Probably going to be on Jack Wendler, which will be his third. Actually, it's on Winston Paler. It'll be his second. Carter Summer going to the Serpro free throw line. Call Serpro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serpro like it never even happened. First one is good for Carter Summers. Carter Summers had to work really hard for his points tonight. Owen-Withee is kind of a hard-nosed team, a lot like their coach. Second one is good. Columbus Catholic 40, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 23. Kind of thinking this is a point in the game when Owen-Withee probably needs a basket. It's starting to get a little out of the reach, so if they can somehow get a basket here, that'll help their cause, but there's a turnover by Mueller. Konitschke going in, off glass and good. Here's Clay Mueller looking for his cousin, Talon Mueller. He's going hard to the basket. He's going to go to line shoot 2. Yeah, one thing I can tell you about that Weiler family, you know, I played a lot of adult basketball in my day in a men's league, and I will tell you I was so happy the day that the Weiler boys asked me to play with them, because I will tell you they are hard-nosed, tough players that give it their all, and never liked playing against them because they were just tough guys. So when I had the opportunity to play with them, I said absolutely. But Coach Weiler does a good job getting his boys ready to play. Here's the one thing I will tell you, they will definitely not give up. So here's Columbus Catholic coming the other way. Ray Becker over to Mac Konitschke from the baseline. That's good. Nothing but net there for Mac. He had a wide open look. You know, Mac's really good at catching and doing a shot fake. And if that defender bites, he flies by him and the Mac hits it. And there's pickpocket him from the backside. Left hand layup, good. Coach Russ Weiler calling a timeout. He feels it's starting to get out of hand, so he's got to bring the boys back in and see if he can get them back on the same page and give them something to help them get back into the game.
Taqueria Monarca is now open at the Marshfield Mall. Experience the bold and fresh flavors of Mexico in Marshfield at Taqueria Monarca. Delicious tacos, burritos, quesadillas, bowls, and drinks. Kick things up a notch with the fresh salsa bar. Taqueria Monarca is fast, casual, and delicious.
We are ready to serve you the bold, fresh flavors from Mexico. Welcome to Taqueria Monarca.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Welcome back to Eastern Clover Belt action. Columbus Catholic 47, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 24. Let's see what Coach Weiler has coming out of the timeout. Broke the press quite well there. Paler over to Pachikowski. Pachikowski over to Mueller. Mueller looking for Wendler down low, but back to Paler. Paler guarded by Ray Becker. Out to Mueller. Nice ball screen by Wendler. Nice pick and roll by Wendler. Just Mueller missed him. Here's Paler looking for Wendler down low. Bounce pass. He's going to do a little half hook. Nice shot by Jack Wendler off the glass and in. Coach Weiler's got to be happy with that result. He had to call the timeout because things were getting out of hand, but boys performed and got a basket. So here's Columbus Catholic coming the other way. Elijah Wolf on the top over to Ben Weiland. Weiland guarded by Pachikowski, going to the lane, looking over to Ray Becker. Ray Becker over to Carter Summer. Summer setting it back up. guarded by Wendler. Tough matchup. There's Matt Konitschke from the baseline, wide open. Same spot as last time, but he had a little more traffic to shoot over that time. Just was a little short. Pachikowski over to Clay Mueller. Mueller over to Paler. Paler being guarded by Becker. Tries to get it in the Carter. Carter had a good three-quarter front on Wendler and was able to get his hand there and going out of bounds. We got a couple substitutions for Owen-Withee. We have Sam Wells and Preston Fritz coming in. For Columbus Catholic, we have Devlin Timler coming in for Ray Becker. Inbound to Paler, going hard to the basket. Gets the friendly bouncing in for Winston Paler. Owen-Withee, Blackhawks 28, Columbus Catholic 47. Columbus Catholic coming the other way. Summer over to Weiland. Weiland over to Konitschke in the corner, guarded by Mueller. Timler being guarded by Fritz. Over to Summer. Summer going hard. We're going to get a foul on Winston Paler. So I have Devlin Timler inbounding the ball underneath the basket. Let's see what Coach Konitschke has drawn up here. We're going to get a jump ball here. Jump ball is going to go to Owen-Withee. Owen-Withee inbounding, Columbus Catholic in their traditional three-quarter full court. Trying to slow Owen-Withee down and maybe get a turnover over to Wells. Wells is kind of he's in trouble. He's in that half-court area where you don't want to stop your dribble. Mueller from the corner for three, just a little deep, but Fritz gets a nice offensive rebound out to Paler up top. In and out for Paler. Fritz with another rebound. Mentioned earlier, Fritz has springs in his legs. I mean, he can jump out of the gym. He's a little undersized, but because he can jump, he gets to the basket well and gets rebounds. So we're going to have a foul on Columbus up high. Looks like it's going to be on Elijah Wolf, which will be his third foul. We're going to get a couple substitutes here for Columbus Catholic. Ray Becker comes in for Ben Weiland and Cade Jansen coming in for Elijah Wolf. Owen-Withee inbounding down low. Fritz the inbound. Looking for Paler, lob pass, a little too much. Becker intercepts it. Ray Becker going the other way for Columbus Catholic. Coach K calls out a play for Columbus. Let's see what they got in mind. Here comes Konitschke off the screen. Here comes a double screen for Summers down low. Had it for a short moment, then let the defense catch up to him. Here's Carter Summer guarded by Paler. Timler down low, mismatch definitely. Summer did a good job of finding him. Yeah. Ooh. I think they're hoping Devlin. I think Devlin, he should have probably went up right away. I mean, Pachikowski is on him, he's a much smaller player. Devlin did a good job working down low for the post up and got the ball, which as coach, we always want to tell our guys, hey, if a post up player is working hard for position and he's open, get him the ball. In my opinion, it's kind of a lost art. So Carter Summers hits the first of two. Carter Summers' second attempt. A little short. Callie Mueller with the rebound over at the Wells. Wendler with a ball screen. Good job, just missed him on the curl. Here he's posting up hard again on Summers. Little half hook off the glass and in and good. Couple boys butted heads there. Looks like they're all right. Here's Carter Summers coming down for Columbus Catholic. Columbus Catholic 48, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 30. Summers looking at things, guarded by Wendler. A little advantage there. Summers Got it to Timler. Timler over to Konitschke. Now to Becker. Back to Konitschke. Konitschke guarded by Fritz. Going hard to the basket. Nice bounce pass to Becker. Becker out to Carter. Coming hard to the basket. He's going to get an N1. We're going to get a blocking foul on Talon Mueller. So Carter Summers going to the Serve Pro free throw line. Couple substitutions here. We got Ben Weiland coming in for Cade Jansen and 30. Owen-Withee trying to break the press, do a good job there. Over to Summers. Summers, nice bounce pass to Wells. Wells misses a wide open layup. Was a little anxious on that one. Great cut by that young man, just came up a little short. Here we got Becker over to Hilgeman. Hilgeman facing the basket. He's thinking about another three. I mean, he hit one earlier, so why not try another one? Here's Summers. Oh, nice cut by Hilgeman. Summer missed him, though. Out to Konitschke, off the heel. Summer probably going to get that more times than not, as he has quite a few inches on those couple Owen-Withee guys, and kicks it out to Becker, who hits a wide open three. Owen-Withee on the run out, going the other way. Here's Wells driving baseline, looking for someone. Over to Fritz. Fritz into Wendler. Wendler's going to go off the glass and in. I called it even before it happened. Told you, Jack Wendler has really good feet. He gets himself in a good position, and he's really good at using the glass when he's down low. Here's Carter Summer coming the other way, and he's coming in hard. And it looks like we're going to have a foul on Owen-Withee. The foul is going on Preston Fritz, his second. It's Owen-Withee's sixth team foul. One more, and they'll be in the bonus. Columbus Catholic inbounding baseline, Ray Becker. Little double screen. Here comes Hilgeman and Summers crisscrossing into Summers. Missed it. Short range, got his own rebound, and put it back in with his left. Good job of sticking with it, Carter. Though I say, you miss it, try to get it again, and that's what he did. Now we're getting a little out of control here. The ball's all over the place. People all over. Almost reminded me of a rugby match or something. But Owen-Withee gets the ball, and Coach Weiler is pretty quick to call that timeout so he can keep control of that ball in possession. So, thank you to our sponsor, ShedsDelivered.com. We'll be right back. You're listening to Selesky Sports.
Whether you need deep sleep, beauty sleep, or just need to sleep it off, Mall Furniture has a huge selection of double-sided comfort sleep mattresses. When it's time for a double, it's no trouble. You'll flip over our great prices. There's two great sides to this mattress story, and they're made right here in Wisconsin. It's double-sided or nothing.
Get your perfect comfort sleep mattress from Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
See you on the flip side.
Welcome back to the action. We have Owen-Withee taking the ball out on the baseline on their own end. Mueller into Mueller. Mueller going hard out to Fritz. Fritz being guarded by Weiland. In the Wendler down low, guarded by Hilgeman. Nice skip pass. Mueller to Mueller. Mueller spin move. Gets the friendly bounce and in. Talon Mueller working hard for that basket. Matt Konitschke going the other way. Mueller reaches in from behind. Tips the ball out of bounds. Substitutions here for Columbus Catholic. We have Jack Kolbeck coming in for Carter Summer and Devin Timler coming in for Caleb Hilgeman. Let's see what Coach K has drawn up here on this out-of-bounds play. Coach K does a great job of getting these boys prepared for their out-of-bounds plays. Pretty critical part of the game, in my opinion, over the years I've been coaching. I always said if you need to get baskets out of inbounds plays. So out to Becker, Becker to Timler. Timler taking a look for Weiland. Weiland looking for a shot. Out to Jack Kolbeck for three and good. You know, comes off the bench, you think he's cold, but I tell you what, he shot that without hesitation and he drilled it. Good job by Jack Kolbeck. Here's Paler the other way, a little deep, but Wendler working hard down on two Columbus Catholic guys and goes off the glass, but gets some body, so he'll be going to the line to shoot two. Yeah, great job by Jack Kolbeck. You know, his first time in the game and first opportunity, he got the ball wide open, didn't hesitate, shot it, and went in. I know that's one thing that Coach K always tells his boys. It doesn't matter who it is on the team. If you are wide open, you need to take that shot. Boys spend a lot of time in the gym. I know Jack Kolbeck spends a lot of time in the new field house, putting in a lot of extra time. So he made the most of his time here real quick. Jack Wendler, second one is good. Owen-Withee Blackhawks 35, Columbus Catholic 59. Ray Becker bringing it up for Columbus Catholic. Getting a ball screen by Ben Weiland. That Mueller kid gets his hands in there. Ray corralled it back. Konishki over to Weiland. Weiland from deep. He got it. Yeah, we haven't said his name a lot, but we all know the kid can shoot. And right there was an example of his ability. I mean, he was pretty deep, and defender was coming in, but he hit it. Nice pass into Wendler. Wendler uses the glass well. I mean, for all you young players out there, if you want to know what you should do using the backboard, you should watch the game and watch that young man. He does an amazing job down low using the backboard. It's kind of one of those lost art things, in my opinion. So we have a substitution here for Columbus Catholic. We have Cade Jansen coming in for Matt Konishki. Thinking that might be Matt's night. I know Columbus Catholic obviously has a big game coming up Friday night against Loyal, at Loyal. And with the score being what it is, I think Coach K realizes, well, you know what, I'm going to give my starters a little bit of a break because we really need them 100% come Friday at Loyal. Inbound there, Mueller to Paler, guarded by Becker, over to Mueller. Mueller looking for Wendler down low. He's working hard down low, like always. Really good at getting the right angle and using his body. There's Mueller over to Wendler. Wendler working on Kolbeck. Little spin move. Doubled up by Weiland. Wells going hard to the basket. Off the glass and in. Good job by Sam Wells. He cut hard, got the ball, made a little shot fake, and then went up. Here's a little half-court trap by Owen-Withee. Weiland does a good job of breaking it. Timler over to Becker, or excuse me, Kolbeck. Steal by Clay Mueller. Clay puts it off the glass and in. Becker coming the other way. Over to Jack Kolbeck. Ray Becker working on Mueller. Over to Devlin Timler. Timler back to Becker. Becker has wide open lane, drives in, floater off the glass and in. Good job by Ray Becker, taking what they were giving him. Here Clay Mueller coming the other way for Owen-Withee. Columbus Catholic 64, Owen-Withee Blackhawks 41. Mueller over to Wells. Wendler cutting, looking for the ball. He's calling for it, but we got Paler with a three on the wing, and he gets it. Tough shot. Ray Becker was in his face. Good shot by Winston Paler. Going back the other way, Weiland over to Becker. Becker on the wing to the point to Weiland, back to Becker. To Jack Kolbeck in the corner, out to Becker. No hurry here by Columbus Catholic. Timler stops his dribble. Here's Mueller coming in, reaching from behind, knocks it deep. There's Cade Jansen going hard to the basket. Nice job by Cade Jansen. He is quick, and I tell you what, he went real hard to the basket and laid it off the glass. Great job by Cade Jansen. Cade working hard on the other end, playing defense. Tell you, he's going to give you 110% when he's out there. Back into Jack Wendler, down low, off the glass, a little deep. Good job by Jack Kolbeck getting in his face, making it a difficult shot. Nothing easy about that shot. Becker over to Weiland. Weiland driving, bounce pass to Timler. Timler going in hard, looking for a shot, can't find one, in trouble. Paler reaches in and gets it. Going the other way is Sam Wells. Sam Wells at the top, over to Mueller. Cade Jansen nearly with a steal. Mueller rolling around. Nice shot. I've said it a couple times, he's a freshman, but you know what? He definitely doesn't play like a freshman. He has those moments, but for the most part, he does a really good job. Here's Cade Jansen out to Jack Kolbeck in the corner. Wide open, little short. Good offensive rebound by Timler, and here's Weiland. Wide open, short again. Timler's fighting again, gets another tip rebound to Becker. Skip past to Jansen. Jansen going hard. Nice bounce pass to Timler. Timler leaves it short. And we're gonna get a foul on Timler. And folks, if you're watching that, what most people would say or yell from the crowd is that's over the back. Folks, newsflash, there is no such thing as over the back. That's something of the past. That was what we call basically a push from behind. So here we come the other way. And Coach Weiler has a couple subs here. We got Colton Pershala in there. Along with Wilczek. And Wilczek, or excuse me, Mueller gets his own miss on a three-pointer and then lays it in. Good hustle by Mueller there. Summers bringing it up. Summers going hard to the basket. Kick out to Jack Kolbick. Jack Kolbick looking for something, going hard to the basket. Kick out to Weiland. Weiland to Wolf. Wolf, nice drive to the basket. There's Jack Kolbick with the offensive rebound. Tip back in. Good job by Jack Kolbick. But that all started with Elijah Wolf. You know, he drove in hard, made a good shot, went a little long, and it happened. You're listening to Selesky Sports, sponsored by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hiller's True Value is Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. Check out Hiller's large selection of heated gear to keep you warm wherever you go this winter. Hiller's True Value of Marshfield. Buy your next vehicle from Gross Buick of Marshfield. Gross Buick is home of the lifetime engine warranty on select vehicles. Gross Buick, where you get a free courtesy car. Gross Buick of Marshfield.
Welcome back to Columbus Catholic. Jamie Wenzel with Bella Maurer on the camera, and thank her for helping out on the JV game, the extra coverage. Back to action, we have Owen-Withee ball. Mueller over to Pachakowski. Pachakowski over to Wilczek. Wilczek mishandles. Jack Kolbick gets it. Kay Jansen on the run out. Good for two. Yeah, when Kay Jansen gets ahead of you, you are not catching him. He is quick. See him on the soccer field. He's lightning in a bottle on the soccer field. Here we have Steven Gonzalez in the game for Owen-Withee. Pashala over to Mueller, over to Pachakowski, guarded by Jansen. That's a good matchup. These guys are the quickest two in this field house, in my opinion. There's a nice block by Jack Kolbick. Here's Timler on the run out. Kick out to Davis Vintage for three, off the heel. Oh, great job. Timler with another offensive rebound out to Jansen. Jansen setting it back up. Here comes Davis Vintage. He's going to try another three. We're going to get out of bounds on Columbus Catholic. Yeah, one matchup I like seeing right now is I like Kay Jansen and that Pachakowski kid, Colton, from Owen-Withee. They are hands down the fastest two on the court. And you like to see two guys that are matched up like that going at each other. So here's Pachakowski guarded by Jansen. Out to Pershala. Pershala looking for Wilczek. Wilczek looking for Pachakowski coming around and got him. Pachakowski coming hard. Jansen made up the room and stopped him there. Bounce pass. Austin Yeager in the game for Owen-Withee Blackhawks. Nice little shot there, just came up a little long. Rocco Maher in for Columbus Catholic. Jump stop Rocco, laid a little short. Good drive by Rocco. And we got Wilczek coming the other way with Pershala. Pershala driving on Maher, off the glass, a little deep. We also got Nolan Frayne in for Columbus Catholic, sophomore. Another quick player for Columbus Catholic. Here's Kay Jansen going hard, gets tripped up by Pachakowski. So we'll have Kay Jansen going to the line, shooting the bonus. So Kay Jansen's going to the Serpro free throw line. Call Serpro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration of Serpro like it never even happened. And we'll get a couple more substitutions here with 31 seconds left. We have Ro Wheeler coming in, sophomore, along with Roman Osterman, and then we got Daxton Wenzel waiting to come in, I'm assuming for Kay Jansen if he makes that. We got a scrum for the ball, Here comes Pachakowski out. Guarded by Jansen. Over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez is going to put it up. A little short. Here comes Osterman. Osterman being guarded by Yeager. He's going to run out the clock. 6 seconds to go. Folks, our final score is Columbus Catholic 70. Owen-Withee Blackhawks 48. Thank you again for listening to SeleskySports.com. Or excuse me, Selesky Sports, sponsored by ShedsDelivered.com. We'll be back with our post-game interview.
Cobeson Bus is hiring. It's drivers that they need. Cobeson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
Cobeson Buses would like to thank all of our school bus drivers throughout the state of Wisconsin for their safe driving. If you would like to make a difference in your community with a fun and rewarding part-time job, apply at Cobeson.com.
Cobeson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
At Rice's More Than Floors, you'll find quality window treatments, paint, tile, remnants, and of course, quality flooring. So you have 3 options. Come visit us here in Marshfield. We're near Fleet Farm. 2, check out our website, ricesmorethanfloors.com. Or 3, give us a call or text at 715-384-4554. And yes, pets are allowed in Rice's when accompanied by a well-behaved human.
Are you tired of your old truck? Hey everybody, Matt over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and as you can see, we have rows of trucks ready for you. Take home today. Stop on in or call us about the great rates and awesome rebates going on at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Okay, welcome back to Columbus Catholic. Big game tonight in our pre-show. We were talking about the Eastern Clover Belt. Pretty tough from top to bottom. But we all know it's really tough to win on the road. But you know, Coach Weiler gets his boys prepared to come play hard, and they gave you a fight for a while. You had a couple. You had a nice lead to start out, and then they came back with a couple shots there, and you had a couple misses, and they came back in and fought hard. But you had your guys really prepared tonight to play hard, and you came out with the win. What did you think about the game tonight?
Yeah, I thought it was classic Owen-Withee Columbus. I think Coach Weiler gets as much out of his kids as any coach. They play extremely hard. They do what they do, and they're going to make it tough. And I have a ton of respect for that man, for his program. And anytime you can get a win against them, you have to enjoy it a little bit because it's tough to do. So proud of our boys, get a win on senior night, kind of celebrate their time in our program, and very grateful for that as well.
Yeah, I know early on in the pregame I was telling the crowd how, you know, Russ Weiler's been coaching 32 years. So 26 years at Owen-Withee, 6 years prior to that in Granton. And you are right, he's kind of a salt of the earth, old school farming mentality kid. And he really gets his boys to play hard. But you did a really good job preparing your boys to come out and play hard. You know, you did that three-quarter court trap press to slow things down. I think that affected them a bit because I think they like to run out because they have a couple quick kids. But yeah, and it was nice to see on your end, you know, all the seniors getting some time, putting in a good effort, you know, a lot of things that you like to see because those boys put in a lot of time. So what do you think about your matchup coming here on Friday? I mean, it's obviously the big showdown, last game of the season. There's a lot riding on it. What's your thoughts on that game?
It's another game. You know, we have a ton of respect for them, for their coach, and it's an opportunity for us to play together again, and that's kind of how we're looking at it. You know, take all the other stuff out of it, and it's a basketball game, and let's have fun and see how we do against an opponent we have a ton of respect for. So we're going to enjoy tonight and then start on that tomorrow, and just whatever time we have left with this group, really cherish it.
Okay, sounds good, Coach. Well, congratulations on the win, and good luck on Friday.
Thank you for the coverage. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Come on in, boys. Come on. Come on, just like lining up in class, you know. I know you guys are seniors now. So guys, hey, it was great to see tonight. All of you got an opportunity. All of you contributed to this big win tonight. You know, you guys have been in this a long time together. I'm guessing most of you started out, what, third grade? Okay, and here we are, seniors. Just did a great job. I like the camaraderie. I like the fact that you all have each other's back. I mean, that's important in a team sport, and you've showed that tonight. So who would like to be the one to talk about the game and your thoughts on the game? Kate, you know, everyone's pointing to you. So, you know, Kate, it's like I said during the game. Well, Kate, like I said in the game, you give 110%. I mean, when you're out there, you don't leave anything in your tank. So they're pointing at you because, you know what, you give it your all. So I guess, you know, you're going to be the one to speak on behalf of the seniors. So what did you think of the game?
I think it was pretty good. I think we played pretty well. Our shots were somewhat falling. You know, we've shot better, but overall, I think we had a good effort as a team, and we're very positive overall.
Sounds good. So I guess I'm going to give some of you other guys some time because, you know, you've put in a lot of time and hours into this sport and into the school. Jack, you know, what were your thoughts? You came into the game, and I'm going to tell you what, a lot of times when you come into a game sitting on the bench for a while, you always hear you're cold. You came in, you had a wide open three, you hit it, nothing but net. I mean, it was a great shot. What are your thoughts on being able to come in and contribute to the game tonight?
Just doing whatever I can to help the team. Depends. Tonight, that was what that was.
Awesome. Davis, you know, you're one of those crowd favorites. I'm going to tell you, you got in the game, and your teammates gave you an opportunity to keep a couple threes up. Came a little short, but you're right there. You know, we were all on the edge of our seat when you had that opportunity. It's really nice to see you, and I know, you know, you didn't start out so early like the rest of the crew, but you know, you fit in real well. What are your thoughts being with the program for the short time you were and how things are going?
It's kind of like what Jack says, do what you can to help the team out. It's just great to be here, great to be a part of this team and what we have going on here.
Yeah, great. And then I'm going to go to you three, you know, big matchup coming up on Friday. I mean, there's no secrets. We know it's a big matchup. I heard just before we went on the air here that Neilsville was within 2 with not a lot of time left. It looks like Loyal pulled it out. So here's the matchup, you know, everyone's been probably waiting for. Mac, you've been around this a long time. You've been on a lot of pressure situations with the state team and what have you. You know, your dad, coach, gave us a little insight as to how he's going to prepare you guys, but you as a player, how is it that you're going to prepare yourself and your team for the game on Friday?
Yeah, we just got to come to practice every day and get better and better each day. We got to take it one day at a time, and hopefully Friday we can pull it off.
Yeah. You know, and the thing is, one thing I'll have to say about these young men, I've seen them since they were in 3rd grade being a ref, and the one thing about you, you've always given it your all. And the thing is, when you give it your all, usually good things happen. Caleb, what do you think? You did a lot of nice things tonight. You hang around the basket. You and Carter do a good job of working down low. What are your thoughts on tonight and moving forward come Friday against Loyal? Because Loyal can be a little bit of a matchup problem because they've got a couple big guys. So what are your thoughts on that?
I think just like tonight, we got to play at our best, and we got to play hard. And it was a lot of fun tonight, and I think we have a lot of fun in the future.
Awesome. And Devlin, I got to give everyone a shot. So, I got to give Ethan a shot too because he puts in time just like all of you. So, Devlin, you came into the game. You're kind of one of those unsung heroes, I feel. You work hard. You get a lot of offensive rebounds like you did tonight, and you get down low and you look for your guys and you make good bounce passes. So I mean that's your game. That's how you contribute. Is there anything that you feel like you want to do maybe better, or something that you feel you're going to do on Friday or help out your teammates?
I know my job is just to rebound, play defense, so I'm gonna try to get as many rebounds as possible and give it to Mac and Ben to shoot threes.
Great. And you need those hard-nosed players that take that seriously. Everyone wants to score, but I've always said that not everyone can because there's only one basketball out on the court. And Ethan, I know you're the manager this year, which is cool because you've been in the program since you and your family moved up to Marshall Columbus. So tell us a little bit of what your job is as far as being part of the team and being with these guys, because obviously you're a senior as well.
Over the summer, Coach Konechny asked me to come and help the team, and ever since the beginning of the season, I just do what I'm here to do and just help as much as I can with the team. And whatever they need me, I'm here for them.
Awesome. And the thing is, he's one of those unsung heroes too because he does a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff for his team. So kudos to you, Ethan, to help out. But guys, you're all going to be in the house, so we'll give the microphone to Cade here, and we'll look up and.
Ethan, you too. Get closer. I'm trying. On one, right? 3, 2, 1. We're the Columbus Seniors, and we're in the house.
Thank you. Hey, good job. I wanted to make sure that all of you had.
You could have left me out of there.
No, I'm gonna.